Hi guys, what's up? My name is Sydney Hillman, and today I'm going to help you become more communicative and create less turmoil in the workplace through diffusing situations and conflict. Now, it's never fun when we deal with difficult people in the workplace. They can make us feel hurt, make us feel sad, and it's not good to be the difficult person in the workplace either. No one wants to end up in their boss's office being told by Jeremy that we really need to work on how we address situations. So to help prevent that, we're going to go over a couple things today that I think will really help us to increase our communication, both in school and in the workplace. Now think back to the last time you had a conflict in the workplace. How did it make you feel? Were you upset? Were you angry? Were you annoyed? Do you think you handled the situation well? Well, in this presentation, I'm going to help you to improve those skills. And if you already have those skills, then great. We're just going to improve on them and look at it from a different perspective. Now, first I'm going to go over everything from Psychology Today. Let's talk about the top 3 things that make a difficult relationship harder to work with. Alright, so the first thing is when coworkers aren't able to express themselves verbally. When you aren't able to establish that, communicate your feelings, it's a non-starter. If you can't open the channels of communication, you're not going to get anywhere. The second one is being overly defensive. When people are unable to accept that their work might not be perfect, it leads to aggression, it leads to misunderstandings, and it leads to just jumping into a situation unexpectedly. And the third one is demanding compliance. And with being unable to accept criticism, they go hand in hand. When you're demanding compliance, you're demanding someone do as you say, which again in the workplace is a non-starter. You can't just demand everything. That's a dictatorship. And we don't tolerate dictators in the government. Why should we tolerate them in the workplace? So to help you deal with these situations, I've come up with a helpful acronym. Now, I've gathered these sources from both our textbook, Psychology Today, and my third source, Indeed, which are all talking about how we can handle conflict in the workplace. Now, I've boiled it all down to 4 points, and I'm going to talk about those right now. If you want to pull out your worksheet, you can take some notes on the lines that I provided. Hang it on your bathroom wall, hang it in your office place, hang it somewhere you'll see it every day, and remind yourself of how to handle some conflict in difficult situations. Alright, now the first thing that we're going to do before we do anything in a difficult situation, in a conflict, we're feeling a little aggressive, we're feeling a little uppity, we're going to stop, we're going to take a breath. And we're going to think about our perspective and the other person's perspective. Are we overreacting? Are they raising good points? Now after that, we need open communication pathways. We need to address the situation. Sandra, I understand that you have some concerns about my presentation. Can we talk about them more right now or at a later time? You want to make sure that pathway is open so that both of you are openly communicating. The third one is to understand. You have to understand that not everything's always going to be solved. Not everything's going to end up perfect. And that's okay. You just need to be able to, 4th step, plan for the future. Plan how you're going to move forward, how you're going to deal with this person in the future. Because as we all know, difficult people just don't disappear from the workplace. We need to manage these emotions of ours, we need to manage our feelings and thoughts constantly. And it's important to do that consistently. So establish a plan for how you're going to move forward. Are you going to make sure to address these concerns beforehand? Are you going to meet weekly? Are you going to try and separate yourself from working with this individual? It's important to take this into consideration. And of course, by doing all of this, we're souping up our conversations, if you will. I know it's a funny pun, but I had to make the joke. Now, by souping up our conversations, by souping up how we deal with communication and how we're avoiding conflict, we're making the workplace a better, more equitable, and healthy place. Now, because again, conflict isn't helpful. It's not productive. We aren't going to make any progress through it. We need to take in everything that we can, process it, and soup up our conversations together. And thank you all so much for listening. I hope you learned something. If you want to see my sources, you can read them down below in my handout. You all have a great day, and thank you so much.